Mike Brown Radio, and I am Brandon Robinson. Follow me on Twitter at ScoopB. We are Brown and Scoop, CBS Radio's Play.It podcast network. Interviews daily, show weekly, and in the building right now.
But before that, Scoop, we got to let people know that we are on Facebook Live.
Facebook Live! What's up, everybody? Everybody wave!
So wave to CBS Local Sports.
That's like the class trip, you know, when you're like, everybody's like, oh, this is so cool. Everybody wave!
Yeah.
Having a Facebook Live class trip. So everybody on Facebook Live, continue to support Brown and Scoop. We are in there like swimwear. And in the studio right now is a guy that I think we met last week, man. Red carpet, Roc Nation Sports Celebrity Game, and you had on this necklace.
Oh, I got it on right now.
You had to tuck it in real quick. You want nobody to rob you on the way to the studio?
No, I mean, it's real gold. It's a precious thing to me. This was my grandfather's. I wear it into every fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it ties into my story.
Ties into your story.
It's like my prized possession, really. It's better than maybe the one thing better than a belt, but I still want to get that belt.
We gonna get it. We just want to walk out in the ring with you when you win a belt.
You got it.
You hear that, right?
You got it.
Y'all heard it, right?
I'm trying to be like that Burger King hype man in the background, except not with the costume. It's another costume. We didn't even introduce
Dustin Fleischer. My man is an up-and-coming boxer. He also happens to be part of the ROC, Roc Nation Sports. You throw that rock up real quick?
Oh.
So you guys that are checking it out, make sure that you follow all of his movements. You can follow him on Twitter at Dustin Fleischer. You can also check him out on Instagram with the same name, correct?
Yep. Please be sure to go follow me on social media. I got a Twitter, Instagram is at Dustin Fleischer. The Facebook page is at the White Tiger Dustin Fleischer.
And what's really cool about him, when he stepped into the studio today, I was like, wait, 50's in the building? Nah, he's Jew unit. Jew unit. So tell us a little bit about that hat. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I was fortunate enough to play in the Summer Classic, Roc Nation Summer Classic charity game with some, big people like Terrell Owens, and then, I had Robinson Cano on my team. It was cool. One of the guys on the team owned a big jewelry and clothing outlet, and he had this hat that he made, and I was like, I need this hat. I mean, this is like my favorite hat, man.
If you're watching right now, we need a black Jew hat, and
I need just a straight up Jew one as well. So there you go.
Michael Gruen, Doodle Boy back there. He needs one.
Doodle unit.
He needs a yarmulke unit one for the top of his head.
Hey, well, you can go follow me on Instagram, and then you can see where I got the Jew hat from.
Enough said. So we did all the free promo, and
Scoop, I want to know.
What's up?
Sorry, keep it.
You sound like Meek Mill. I want to know.
Meek Mill, come on now. He's got trash. The White Tiger. Where does that come from?
The White Tiger pays homage to my martial arts background.
Mm-hmm.
The story goes, when I was a kid, when I was about 5 years old, I came home because my mom, I was getting bullied. My mom would love to dress me up funny. Like, I would wear bow ties, and she sent me to school one day with suspenders and a bow tie. I would have picked on myself if I saw myself like that. So, we thought it would be a good idea to get me into martial arts and karate. I wound up meeting an amazing martial arts instructor by the name of John Gaddy. He's still part of the team now. And it was a rare form of Japanese martial arts. It's called Shito-ryu. And it transferred very well into my boxing career because it's really all about raw power. And just really having to transfer power into your punches. And it was just, it was great, and it was a rare form of martial arts. So it's, in the martial arts world, they relate it to the White Tiger, and it was kind of, it was perfect, man. Someone mentioned it to me.
No hidden dragon, though.
Nah, no hidden dragon. I don't need the hidden dragon.
We were laughing because you're talking about bow ties. Scoop is Mr. Bow Tie. He loves wearing bow ties.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever wear suspenders? I've never seen you. Were you the one that wore them?
Nah, leave that to Steve Urkel.
I should have brought the picture, man. I mean,
Why would they team bow ties? Listen, if Ernie Johnson from TNT, Ernie, if you listening, what's up? If he can wear bow tie, why can't you? And you can kick a person's ass.
Not when I was 5. When I was 5, I don't know. I was a little bit of a wimp at the time. And then I don't know. It just when I got the martial arts, kind of brought it out and brought the White Tiger out.
Brown and Scoop in the studio with Dustin Fleischer. Make sure you check out Brown and Scoop daily on Play.It, iTunes, and Spotify. Man, you are 6-0. You got 5 knockouts so far. I mean, first of all, your first 2 fights were at the Garden and Barclays. What was that experience like? I mean, that's premier start right there.
I mean, you know, you prepare for that moment, you know, since you're a kid as an amateur. Like, you know one day that you're going to be there, you know. So, like, when you're actually there, you know, it hits you, and you know, it's kind of like, wow, like, yo, I'm in Madison Square Garden, like, the legends fight here, man. I'm making my pro debut here. I'm not going to lie, it was a little nerve-wracking. It definitely was, you know, having the cameras on you, and, you know, you're going to be on, I was on Fox Sports, featured on Fox Sports, and, but there's something that kind of happens, like, once the bell rings and you get into the ring, like all that nerves, all it leaves, and you just, it's like an unconscious thing. You just go to work, you know. Then it's just like another day in the office. It really is. You know, so even now, like I still find myself, I get nervous before I get into a fight. But every fight has yet to not happen. Is once that bell rings, or that all leaves, and you just become focused. It's actually like a most peaceful place in the world. I don't think about anything else but the fight, you know, and then in some ways it's peaceful for me.
You know what's crazy? I remember your first fight. As you were saying, Madison Square Garden Theater, Jake. Remember when I told you the night that I met Jay-Z? Mm-hmm. That was his fight. It was January 9th. I put 2 and 2 together in 2015. And Fabulous performed on the stage, and he had that huge Frank Lucas mink coat on.
Yeah.
And that's how I remember. And I remember not only did I meet Jay that day, I met Elliot Wilson that day.
Oh, good friend.
Yes, a good friend of the program. But
that's interesting because last week we see him on the red carpet. We did not think you were a fighter, and I know you get that a lot. We thought you were a surfer or an actor or some celebrity.
Well, I am from the Jersey Shore.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Definitely. You're from Monmouth.
Yeah, Monmouth County, Monmouth Beach, New Jersey, represent.
So, you're 6-0.
Yeah.
We had Jarrell Big Baby Miller on recently, who's an up-and-comer from Brooklyn.
Okay, I've heard of him.
I'm glad we caught you before you made it big and you don't take our phone calls. But what is it like? I mean, how do you propel? Is it just a matter of fights, who you fight, that gets you to that level where people are like, oh my God, it's Dustin, he's Jewish and he's this and he's that. Like, what gets you to the point where people recognize you and you become a household name?
You work your way up the rankings, you know. Like, really, the only thing I worry about right now is that next fight, and I look at when they give me my next opponent. I'm just worrying about that, getting past that. You know, we have our matchmakers, we have guys who handle this for us, and my job is really just to worry about the fight. You know, I have everyone in place, manager, great promoter in Roc Nation. You know, so I really just worry about the next fight. As simple as that, man. I just gotta train. That's all I worry about is training.
Before at the Robert Treat Hotel in Newark.
Yeah.
They remodeled that because I think it was, I forgot what it was before, but they remodeled it. They throw parties in there. I mean, what was it like fighting there?
It was actually pretty nice. I mean, I was able to have like more, because it's New Jersey. I was able to have more people like to come, you know, because it was little more local than being in New York.
Mm-hmm.
So
you fought Stacey Anderson there.
Yeah.
June 25th, 2015.
Mm-hmm. And so, you know, it was cool. It's just like anything else, man. You know, I get a little nerves and jitters before, but when the time comes for me to shine, I've always shined since I was a kid.
Brown and Scoop with Dustin Fleischer. We're going to wrap up Facebook Live here. Make sure you check it out next week on Brown and Scoop, Play.It/Brown and Scoop, iTunes, Spotify. Dustin,
Jake Brown, Scoop B. Follow us on Twitter. Follow Dustin as well. He's the man.